Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Foundry Reviews. Today we are reviewing Fallout's Episode 3, The Head. I am Tyler and I am joined by my gracious hosts, John and Sly. How we doing, boys?
What's up?
Yo.
Yeah, we're back. New episode is out, you guys. Apologies, we're getting these little reviews kind of out slow, but we're just kind of taking our time with it. I know the whole show's out, but seems like you guys are still enjoying them whenever we post it. I'm only 3 episodes in. I know some other people have probably watched the entire show by now because it's been out for a minute. But yeah, another great episode, another banger.
It was indeed a banger.
What was your guys' biggest takeaway from this episode?
It was probably the ending.
Ditto.
I might want to save that for later, but yeah, it was the ending.
It's a big reveal.
My biggest thing is that I have such disdain for Maximus, and it continues and only gets better. How I said in the last episode or last review, I said like, hey, he seems very just kind of very selfish, and he claims that he does what he wants for the Brotherhood so he can belong and be a part of something bigger and help people. But then I'm like, he just is just doing whatever he wants for his own fucking, like, he's the worst person there. He's worse than the ghoul, man. At least like
100%.
the ghoul doesn't hide that he's like a fucking piece of shit, you know? And as like the whole thing, like when the Brotherhood like went to contact him, like he pretended to be Titus, and then he tried to like destroy the radio so they couldn't contact him, so he wouldn't lose his armor. And I was like, he's turning his back on the Brotherhood, obviously. And I'm like, just so he can keep some fucking armor.
So I don't think that was necessarily to like have him like keep the armor. I think he's still like kind of like conflicted between two worlds. Like he wants to like join the Brotherhood because like he still remembers like from his childhood, like he was saved by them.
Yeah.
Whatnot. But like he's also like met with like present day like the assholes of the Brotherhood, like the chief of staff bearing down on him, and like his fellow officers like beating the shit out of him, and like his person who's supposed to be training him and be like the dude that like fuels him to become like a knight himself is kind of just like fucking him too, like making him clean like his loincloth and shit. So I feel like it's kind of hard for him because he's like fighting like two perspectives. Like he could go rogue, but he still wants to like.
But also turn into the monster that he met a day ago, where he was cleaning his like scrotum part of the armor.
Yeah, and it's funny.
It's like he's such a
like,
fucking dick.
Yeah.
I fucking hate him. He's such a fucking dick.
Yeah. Honestly, it's not until about like halfway through the episode he starts to come around, and that's after the whole discussion with Thaddeus, where Thaddeus is like, yeah, he was a good guy. He's like, what? No, say something bad about him. Like, talk some shit, not knowing it's him. And he's like, even what he has to say bad about him, it's really nothing bad. He's saying like, we bullied the guy because I was tired of getting bullied.
Yeah, so like I just shifted the blame to it. And he's like, oh, I wish that we could shift the blame from him to someone else newer. I don't know. Maybe that I feel like he's so fucking fake about it, and that's just what really gripes me about it. Of him like, oh, I'm so fucking into this cult and stuff like that, and I'm dedicate my entire existence to this. I would never betray it. And he's like, also, fuck yeah, armor. Also, I love the part where he grabbed.
Like he dies. Like I just love how in the moment he is, because like he is very like in the moment. He's like willing to like do whatever the fuck like comes his way.
Can we talk about that intro fight?
Yeah.
The gore, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, he grabbed that head and popped it. So good.
I love it. It's like, beat the shit out of him, and then that happens. We're like, ah.
Oh yeah, that Johnny, when that song kicked in, dude, it was great.
Oh, it was great. It gave straight up just legitimate Fallout vibes. And same thing with our little axolotl moment later on, where the music's playing. It's like upbeat music, but you've got such a really bad predicament. And I love the way they contrast.
Yeah, the kind of a type of dark humor, which is really funny. I like, it's not very the darkest kind, but like there is characters in a bad predicament. There's danger, and it's very upbeat and fun way that they deal with it. People in the vault are stupid, but that's their character. That's just them being them. That was really funny. I love how everyone's just fighting for that vault like overseer position. How they're sharing the podium as well and shit.
Yeah, those two idiots. Yeah.
That made me laugh. That was pretty funny.
I gotta admit, I'm starting to like Norm's character. Lucy's brother in the vault. I'm starting to like him.
Yeah,
I think it's after you.
No, I was gonna say like he's not annoying me, which I thought he was going to initially.
Agreed. They gave him that vibe like he was gonna be this nerdy, dweeby, over-talkative guy. He's really this guy that's just down in the dumps because he hates life down there, and rightfully so. I think he recognizes it's very culty.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, I mean, he's probably the only one in there that can see through all the BS that they're peddling with all the things going on, and especially those two idiots that were like trying to share the podium when that dude comes over. He's like, "Hey, I got a personal thing to discuss." And like, "Oh no, say it in front of everybody." It's like, "Okay, we're going to run out of water in 2 months." It's like that was definitely something nobody needed to know.
Yeah.
Amateurs, man.
The whole, hey, our numbers are dwindling. Like, let's make these prisoners a part of our community. I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea.
Also, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how the numbers dwindled to begin with.
Yeah, I'm like, that's such a fucking dumb idea.
Yeah. So personally, to build off of that, like, I cannot wait, and I hope this is like the case. Like, they do like a little like Fallout 1 parody. I want to see Norm, and I want to see his best friend like go out and try to find a fucking water.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what ran through my mind. I'm like, these are objective 2. Like we got season 2.
Probably just gonna be like so much of like a fucking pansy out there. He can't do anything. Like Norm's gonna be the one doing all the shit.
Yeah.
Ironically, Norm's got bigger balls than the other dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Like
the other dude's such a chicken, man.
There's season 2 there for you, like already lined up.
I think that would be amazing. Like maybe one person from each vault goes, and like they for some reason like do someone from Vault 31 as well.
Yeah, they're looking for their son. One's already looking for their dad. Next water chip. Like we already got it all lined up.
Pretty all easy. The games plots lined up already too.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
We can talk about the golfer now.
Boy,
where to begin with that?
The golfer. He was pretty spooky looking.
I loved it. I'm assuming they're derivative of axolotls, are they? Because I mean, he had the little mandrels on the side of his face, and it looked like just a big, beefy, buff axolotl.
I would assume that, or like a salamander kind of thing like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most grotesque thing about it was his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
There were fingers on the tongue.
It. Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out. Is there some underlying thing behind that where they like fused with human DNA, or was this just the radiation that did that to them?
I don't know.
So kind of an interesting thing to build on top of that with an unrelated creature, like with centaurs, like whenever they would like kill something like back in the day, they could like fuse and like radiate to it.
Ooh, that's interesting.
So I don't know if like that's the case with all the fingers inside the golfer mouth or what. Okay. Like maybe that's like people or like hands or I don't know, something like it just ate and it became a part of him.
Oh, that's right. It was like some Annihilation type of shit. That's what that scene.
Yeah, exactly.
That scene reminded me a lot of that Alex Garland's Annihilation part with Natalie Portman and the gator that came out. I was like, that's a fucking perfect scene for that. I was starting to grow the two, or starting to grow on me, quote unquote Titus and his new squire. I was starting to
a little bit
dig that
moment. Yeah.
I wanted him just to take his helmet off so badly and be like, "Hey man, we're both shit munchers. Let's do this together." But I mean, like it's not going to end well. And I kind of
I'm wondering if he's gonna reveal it and when, because it depends how true to his colors Thaddeus is, whether or not that'll go well or not.
Also, the dude was on his knees when he first met him, and then he was gonna fucking pop his fucking head. Maximus is not a good fucking person.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if he was gonna pop his head or what.
Dude, he was totally gonna pop his fucking head.
I'm pretty sure he was gonna pop his head. He was debating it with the hand hovering. It was soaked in blood from the other dude. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
He was gonna fucking pop his head. He's like, I really want this armor.
That's why he's like, have I said something to offend you, master? It's like, oh my God.
I'm like, you lived. Like, you living is an insult. I was like, you're a fucking bad person, Maximus.
I don't know. I think that's like one of like the, not really the first, but like one of the key points where like he was like driven between like just going rogue or being with the Brotherhood, and he still chose the Brotherhood.
How?
Like, it was he didn't kill the guy.
I think it was more of a like he saw a better opportunity for him to be scummy. It wasn't killing the guy that would have given him satisfaction. It would have been, belittling him, having him clean his cock piece and do other things. Like, go fetch me an apple. Clean this.
Yeah, climb a tree for no good reason.
Exactly.
Like, why is he humiliating him?
Precisely.
Because he beat the shit out of him.
That's why. Yeah, he wanted the role.
So he's not choosing Brotherhood then. He's choosing everything he does is for himself.
100%. Personally, that's my look on it.
I still don't think that. In that little segment right there, I don't think that. Like, along the way, like, I think he is still kind of being selfish, but he's still more or less, like, leaning towards the Brotherhood and still trying to figure out a way to, like, come back.
Maybe. I feel like the only way he can come back if he gets the target. I know that's the main thing, is that if he gets a target, he'll be good with the Brotherhood, even though, like, Titus died, which I still don't think would be really his fault, but whatever.
Yeah,
Colts
it
be
depends
Colts.
how cutthroat this Brotherhood is. I mean, if they're the type to be like, oh, he died on your watch, it's like, well, I'm a fucking squire. Like, I'm supposed to be taught by him. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, he did die on his watch because he refused to help him, because that's not very Brotherhood-like, is it?
No,
letting
but
your
at the same
knight die.
time, Titus kind of threw himself to the wolves like an idiot.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I don't think that Titus was a good fit for the Brotherhood at all.
No.
Yeah, I think he was a fucking asshole. He definitely was not a good fit for the Brotherhood. It all definitely came out in his last moments before death. I think one of my favorite parts of the episode as well was how comfortable Lucy was handling the head.
Oh.
And how much comfort that she had by him, like as if he was really there, like they were just having a normal conversation, that they were just all cool together and they were just having a good time, just like, I'm like, that's cool, like good for her, like, you fucking weirdo. No, I liked it though. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
She was just kind of playing with the head. It's like, cool. Like, that's not insanely weird or bad or anything at all. Go for it.
No, sometimes you just bust it out, eat lunch with it, dinner with it, whatever.
Eat some deviled eggs with it, I guess. Yeah. See what else happened this episode. Ghoul. We saw some flashback to the Ghoul pre-war stuff about how he apparently did a commercial for Vault-Tec.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure that was the big reveal. Kylo, back me up here if you agree or discredit me. I don't care. Are they alluding to the fact that he is the Vault Boy?
That I don't know.
I think they might be like, or it's like
I think they're taking the thumbs up thing from him for sure.
That 100%. But I think it's more than that, because the disdain and disgust he had on his face when he saw that sign and he shot it. Obviously flashback to the first episode when they asked him to do the thumbs up. He's like, I don't do that anymore. Sure. But then the second part, like, just something about it just feels like maybe he was the original Vault Boy, and then they changed it. They made him blonde, and like they kind of just threw Cooper under the Ghoul under the the bus. I don't know, but it seemed to me like a play at him being the OG.
I thought he was. I figured something happened, because she mentions, like, is that what happened to you with the radiation? He's like, something like that. And then when he first got the commercial, he's like, do these suits really, like, stop radiation from penetrating? They're like, yeah, sure. So I see that he probably has some kind of personal issue that we'll maybe see down the line, maybe in another flashback.
That's definitely going to go south.
Which would be kind of interesting to see. He probably has an incredibly sad story about his family. I'm assuming they get lost at some point, which sucks. But
yeah,
I think he definitely has a disdain and personal connection to even just the Vault Boy and Vault-Tec in general.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool to see. Also, I love how at some point he just goes, well, like, we get distracted by side bullshit. I'm like, yep, just like fucking Fallout.
I like that.
Oh yeah,
it's like side quest.
Golden rule: thou shalt not get distracted by side bullshit.
Yeah, a lot of rules they were talking about this episode. Yeah, it's kind of cool though. It's just another episode to progress everything. More awesome creature design. Loved how spooky it was. Big fan. I cannot wait for episode 4. It
was a good one.
Yeah, I agree. So we seen a Yao Guai, we seen a Gulper. We haven't seen
Roach.
Yep, we have. Oh, did we see a big blood bug today, or am I tripping?
No.
Little blood mosquito? No, rad roach. Okay, that's it then.
Weird little like things, like little bugs that were on Lucy when he was using her as bait. They're like little
leeches and shit.
Leeches, yeah, like leeches.
Oh yeah,
like yeah. And he like fed it to the dog and everything else. Like, I don't know what they are, but they're tiny.
Yeah, I've not seen that in Fallout. I've never seen that, but hey, cool, whatever.
Yeah,
do your thing. I love radiated creatures. They're the fucking coolest.
Raw.
Yeah, but I think that's gonna be for today's episode, huh, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, please make sure to leave a like, drop some support for the Foundry, and we'll see you guys later for episode 4 for some more Fallout. But until then.
We forgot the rating.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Thank you. Rating. I give this one an 8.
I'm going to back that with another 8. It wasn't as good as the last 2, but it's keeping the pace. It's not faltering, and I like that.
Not at all.
I'll give it an 8.
All right.
really like Titus in there, like especially crushing that dude's head.
Yeah.
It's good violence. All right, but there you go. Go 8 for the episode. We'll see you then.